Good morning, YouTubers. I had a question in regards to this Dodge Ram 1500 Hemi, 2007. I picked this up about 2 weeks ago. Got a great deal on it. 140,000 kilometers. Runs great. My question is in regards to the transmission in it. It was whining when I first bought it, and the gentleman told me he had it into the shop, and his mechanic told him that it was the bendings on the end of the starter wasn't going all the way back in after it started, and that it was touching the starter flywheel. So I took his word for it, thinking, a couple $100 for a starter, what's the big deal? I got a good price on the truck. Anyways, well, the truck's got 140,000 kilometers on it, purrs like a kitten, pulls like a raped ape, like you would expect from the 5.7 Hemi. Love that motor. I use them at work. Great truck. Anyway, this transmission is whining. It's incredibly loud. I went underneath. I took the starter out, took it out, put it in my shop, bench tested it. It goes back in, no problem. There's no signs of wear on the end of the bendix, showing that it would be touching the starter flywheel. You know, two pieces of metal hitting each other, you're going to leave a shiny little surface. Or anyways, it wasn't a starter. Now I'm thinking torque converter, maybe pickup pump, I don't know. As you can imagine, they're super expensive to replace, especially when you don't know what's wrong with it. You give it to a mechanic, he's going to replace everything, right? Process of elimination, and I can't afford to do that. Parts in Newfoundland or in Canada in general are crazy. So I thought maybe I'd make a video. Some of you Dodge fans out there may have had the same problem. Maybe give me some ideas. Also, I took the inspection cover off of the tranny and I spun the torque converter around with the help of my dad. And we checked all the bolts, tightened them up, and there's just no signs of anything hitting anything or scraping. So I think maybe I'll just fire it up here, and it's windy down here, so I'm hoping this you guys will be able to hear this, and girls. If you're a Dodge fan and you had this issue before, maybe you can give me some ideas. So I'll use the remote start. I'm standing in my garage, but you should be able to hear it no problem, because I can hear it about 2 blocks away. It's that bad. So let's give it a go. So hopefully you guys could hear that. I'm totally lost. I don't see any oil dripping anywhere or anything up through the inspection plate area that would lead me to believe that anything was rubbing. I also watched a couple YouTube videos where they told me to take a wrench and tap it on the plate and it'll ring like a bell, and it does ring like a bell, so I don't think there's any cracks in that. It would suck to have to pull the transmission out of this truck, as my wife's not too impressed with me for buying this truck with this noise. I told her it was the starter. Now it turns out to be, could be up to a couple of $1,000s to have this replaced. So I'm getting beat up pretty bad over that, and just thought I'd reach out to everybody and see if they had this issue before. I appreciate any comments and questions. I'll try to answer them. I'm a novice mechanic and not familiar with transmissions at all, so please be gentle in the comments. And love all the content out on YouTube. Keep up the good work, guys. Take care.